Today I'm coming in because y'all, I did a thing, and if you're watching this video, you already know based upon the title, I purchased the new Kindle Scribe. It could have all kind of fancy titles. Other than that, I would not know them. However, I did want to come on to do an unboxing, and yeah, that's what we're going to get into. It should be in and out. We shall see. So if you are going to stick around to see what I have in this box, well then stick around. If you are not, don't forget to thumbs up the video. Let me know in the comments before you leave, are you a digital reader? Do you read on a Kindle e-device or your phone, or are you strictly a physical book kind of girl or guy? Let me know, and I will definitely see you in the comments. For everybody else, you know the drill. Stick around till after the introduction, and I will see you on the other side. Let's go. What's the deal, pickles? Y'all, I am back. If this is your first time here, welcome. If not, what's up, girl? What's up, sis? How you living? My name is Dana, and welcome back to the Freedom Please channel and essenceofme.com. I'm coming on with an unboxing. Y'all know that I have done some videos. I'm sure there are going to be more in the new year of this recording of my reading. I read a lot, and just in case you don't know, I am a publisher. I have a publishing company. I'm also a novelist. You can see a link to some of my books in the description section, but I am a huge reader, have been for my entire life. I think last month, even though I didn't come on and do a video, last month, I think I read probably about 8 books. Maybe more. Yeah, I read a lot. Both for personal reasons. I also read for professional reasons. And we have a book club in my business and the whole 9. I am an avid Kindle owner. I've owned a Kindle for ever since their very first edition. And over the years, I've owned just about every edition that they've had. I did purchase the first Kindle Scribe, and I feel like I may have done an unboxing. I'm not sure, but I did have the first Kindle Scribe. And when I saw this one released at the end of last year, I knew I wanted to get it, and I was honestly busy. And then I knew right after the new year I was gonna get it. And so I'll do the unboxing and talk a little bit about how I use it. And I wanted to say all of that because this is coming from somebody that is an avid reader. I did not purchase the Kindle Scribe because I wanted it to do all these other things. I have an iPad for that. So that's not why I use it. I use it as a reader. And I had a great experience with the original Kindle Scribe. I gave it to my husband. Now he's using it because I got the new one. And so I'm looking forward to it. I've been waiting, and as soon as I get off of here, I'm going to be on it because I already got new books waiting. Okay, so here we go. Now I already busted the little seam because I couldn't help it. Y'all know I love opening boxes. So I already opened it, but I'm going to go ahead and just pull back the flaps. If this video finds you and you are on the West Coast or you have family that have been affected by the wildfires, my prayers are with you and your family. Welcome to all my new subscribers. Thank you so much for everybody that's been commenting and leaving questions and leaving feedback on videos. That just makes me excited. And y'all, your girl's been recording, okay? So I even got a little schedule. I know I've done it before, but I'm getting better, okay? I'm getting better. So here is what we have inside of this box. I'm trying not to, oh Lord, there you go. So let's start off with what's on top. Actually, I'm going to do this last. I have the cover. I do always keep a cover because I throw my Kindle around. It's in a bag. It's in my backpack. It's in my carry-on. Like, it goes everywhere with me. So I always get a cover. Even though I feel like over the years, their covers have become very expensive. But usually I don't ever have to buy another one. And so I just take it as a part of the experience. So here we go. I'm excited. Okay. Kindle Scribe Premium Pen. I got the Metallic Jade. I'm so excited. Okay. For the love of reading and writing, a Kindle and a notebook all in one. Handwrite notes in book margins, which is one of the reasons why I love the Kindle Scribe. A 10.2 glare-free 300 ppi front lit display. Auto-adjusting front light, convert handwritten notes to text and share, access to millions of titles in the Kindle store. It includes a Wi-Fi enabled Kindle Scribe, premium pen, USB-C, charging cable, and replacement tips. Now, I'm going to say this also about this. Y'all, I know what a lot of that stuff is, but I don't know. This is not a tech channel. However, the parts that I do know are this. I read everywhere. I love to read on planes. I love to read in bed. I love to read when my husband is watching scary movies and I want to be with him, but I don't want to watch scary movies. I'm okay with looking up every once in a while so I can get the gist of what's going on. So I do a lot of reading, and even to the point where I have a reading light in my living room because I read a lot. Having a Kindle has made reading so portable. The fact that I think I have close to 3,000 books in my Kindle. And I am a person that if I really like something, I read and reread and reread. I also read all of the books that we publish in our publishing company on my Kindle. So I use it a lot. And having some of this fancy stuff, like the fact that the pages look like a page that you would read, the fact that you can adjust the size for my eyes, okay? And all of those things make something that I absolutely love doing convenient and comfortable. It also means that I can get any book that I want almost immediately, which is another thing that I love. Look, that could be good and bad. I will say that I purchased it doesn't say, oh yeah, it's on the front. I purchased the 64. As a rule of thumb, I always get the largest size because I have a lot of books on here, and I do send a lot of documents to my Kindle. I do not personally put their like Audible books on here because I don't like listening to them on there. I tried it a couple of times with my wireless headphones, like my AirPods, and it was okay. But I prefer to, if I have it on Audible, to listen to that on my phone. And then I actually listen to it on my phone and look at it on my Kindle at the same time so that I can take notes. So, yeah. So with that said, let's get to the unboxing. Y'all, this is the first time that I can think of that they've had a color like this. I've always purchased the black one, and when I saw that they had a jade green, I was like, I have to get it. And oh, and also they said it's a premium pen. I did have the premium pen on the last one, which I like because it feels like it has an eraser on the end. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. One of the things that I don't like about this, I understand that having this on this left-hand side is great for holding. One of the things is I think it's a downside for someone like me that is left-handed. But because the screen does rotate, I usually look at my Kindle technically upside down so that this grip is on the right-hand side since I'm left-handed. I'm just checking this out. Now, it makes it really, really helpful, even though I normally will turn my Kindle the other way, that there are no buttons or ports or anything. So you do not have the ability to utilize headphones, like plug-in headphones, but there is the charging and the power button here on the side. And this, whenever you get it, feels fake or like it should be able, like you should be able to pull off the plastic, but that's not true. That's just how it looks. Okay, I'm going to turn it on and it should already be off because I have it upside down. It should already be signed in. And while it's turning on and getting set up, and this is what it looks when it's actually turned on. It's coming on. This feels so sleek. Look how thin it is. Okay, let me just do this real quick. I need to just do the setup is quick. I just absolutely love the way set up on Kindle, iPhones, all that stuff is just so much easier. And right now it's sort of updating. So while it's doing that, I'm going to show you the pen without breaking a nail. Here is the pen. Y'all, why is this color fire? This color is, and it looks even prettier on the device. One of the things that's really cool about the pen on the Kindle is that you can put it on. This thing is strong. I never lost my pen, not one time when I had my other Kindle Scribe. Also, the fact that you do not have to charge these pens, so that makes it really great as well. And because I've had the Kindle before, it remembers all the stuff to log in. And now it's saying it needs to update to the latest version. So there we are. It's doing the update. I want to see if there's anything else. Oh, here are the other items. There are extra nibs. And I think I have my other one a year and a half, 2 years. I don't know I'm not certain. I changed once, but I used it a lot. And then here's the charging cable. Pardon me. And the instructions. Yeah, I'm so excited about this. Okay, it's doing, so it's almost done. I'm going to, all this just smells like newness. Let's go ahead, and while this is finishing the update, I am going to open the cover. Again, this one says dark emerald. Is that what they called it on here? No, they called it Metallic Jade, and this is called Dark Emerald. It says premium leather cover. I think premium is subjective, but whatever. Even when I didn't I normally don't get the leather case, but the other one would take longer to come. And because I like to throw my device around, I always have a cover on it. But this is the first time that I've done one that says it's premium leather. I honestly like I prefer their cloth ones. I just think they stay, it's like the ones that feel like it's, I don't know how to describe it. It feels like it almost felt like almost like a thick, almost like a canvas cloth. Those are the ones I really liked, but yeah. So here is the case. Oh, it's still updating. Oh, okay. Now this is not as bright as the actual Kindle, but it's pretty. I like it because it's almost as if it is almost like if from a distance you would think it's black, but it's not. Now this case, this cover is interesting. It doesn't actually attach. It just has these little like notches in it, which I always thought was weird. And I thought it would just come off every once in a while. Like if you shifted it wrong, it would move. But for the most part, I had no issues. So you just literally sit it on top. And then you have it. Now, the cover also has the spot for the pen. And because this doesn't have to, if you have an Apple pen, whenever you stick the pen to the side of your iPad, it charges your pen, right? Well, for this, it doesn't charge your pen. So you can stick it to the side or stick it in the loop and your pen will still be usable whenever you need it. And so, yeah, which is good because these things stay charged. Like mine stayed charged for weeks, like weeks. And it's all good. So there you have it. And, oh, wait. Ooh. I'm going to do this later. I'm going to see if I can show a book real quick. Oh, I need to change it because it looks like... There we go. I'm going to play with it. For now, I'm just going to bring up a book, any book. This is the last book I was reading, which was really good. Which was Ache for You by J.T. Geisinger. Okay. Oh. Okay. Yo, whenever you open it for the first time, it, here we go. So this is what it looks like when it's on. But do you see how, like, there we go. Just enjoyable reading experience. I'm going to go back to the notebooks. Y'all, everything is trying to tell me. I'm going to go to the notebooks to see. Then you have your notebooks. Now this, I don't know if maybe for me, I wasn't expecting like an iPad experience. I think there are a lot of devices that fall apparently in this category. I intentionally picked this because it is a Kindle and it is an Amazon product. Not because I'm like all in love with Amazon, but because the majority of my books are in Amazon. So me having an Amazon product means I get access to my books. And so that's the way I see it. So for example, this is a book or a notebook with lined paper, and you can write on it. And this one has on the other end what's like an eraser. You know what? I'm going to turn this light off. Y'all just know it'll look a little different. But I think it'll make it a little easier for you to see this. So, and it's very responsive. And then with this, it's like an eraser. Now, this is better than the last one because this almost feels like it has a rubberness to it, even though it doesn't, and it erases. Y'all, listen. I'm just like, you tap to go front and back. Here we go. And then there, this is before, and I'm gonna, and you can change it. It's dot grid, line, paper. I don't get into all of that. Usually what I do with my notebooks are if I'm out somewhere and something comes to mind and I need to take it down, or if while I'm doing something or reading something, an idea comes to my mind for a story. The final thing that I use the notebooks for are when I'm reading a story that I want to capture my notes and not forget, because we do book clubs. I also do a one-on-one reading experience with my mentees. And so because I read a lot of books, I really like to capture the notes as soon as possible. I also have a podcast. I haven't told you guys about it. It's a new podcast with one of my closest friends. We are both editors and we talk about different books. Right now we are doing Ninth House. And so as I'm reading certain things that come to mind that I don't want to forget to bring up in our discussion, I will write those things down. And I usually will just have a notebook for that particular story. And then when I'm done, I will usually for my notes, I usually just, you can send them out as PDF. I normally don't. I'll just type up or take out whatever I want or reword it in my own words. And now for my notes that are inside my Kindle, I do usually export those. And yeah, if you guys ever want to know more about that, just let me know. Yeah, we talk about books, but it's not that deep here. You know what I'm saying? But that's how the notebook works. Now, one of the reasons why I decided to, it's trying to tell me how to rename. Y'all, this is going to be, it's trying to give me all the tutorials. And I'm like, now this one, oh, actually, let me see if I can bring it up. This one has AI. It's trying to get me to set a passcode. I have no reason to set a passcode. It has AI notes to summarize. It also has AI to clean up your handwriting. Again, I don't know if I would do the handwriting one. I may do the summary one, especially because I don't intend to export the notes in general. So having a good summary and then easily moving it would just be easier, I guess. I think there was one more thing. Oh, the final thing. I'm going to go back to the library. If you think you want one of these, I mean, thank you for listening to this. And I hope that I can, make you excited to go look. There are some tech people where their reviews are really thorough. But of all the ones that I found, I felt like a lot of them were looking, maybe because of the price point, but it was like super techy, right? It didn't feel like a reader review or reader unboxing of the Kindle. So that's just me. With that said, one of the other reasons why I love the Scribe is because you can put physical handwritten notes inside of your book. Now, one of the things that I still haven't figured out yet, and I couldn't get a good consensus on the reviews that I saw, so I'm just going to have to find out for myself, is whether you can export support those handwritten notes that you put in here. Now, for me, I've taught myself a workaround for that. So it doesn't matter to me either way. Normally my handwritten ones are just so I can do it real quick and keep reading. And usually I'm making some sort of declarative statements, or I'm giving some sort of feedback or whatever based upon my notes, and those have to be expanded anyway. So I just want the immediate thoughts. So I don't have to have the actual note to be able to do what I need to do. I just need to be able to take the note so I don't lose the thought. And so, yeah. So here, they have, y'all, if I was to do this from the top, you know what? If I do, I'll add it in here. But if I don't, y'all know it's because we just wouldn't, okay? If y'all really want to see it, just ask and I will do it. But if don't nobody say nothing, then we just gonna keep it pushing, okay? All right. So they have the ability to do a note, and when you tap on note, it'll let you do a sticky note. So I'm going to do right here. I'm going to just tap right there. Now, this is the part where I felt like some people made it clear and some people didn't. And this is the way it looked before. It has two little tabs, and you can't see the words, but trust me, they're there, okay? One says handwritten and one says text. And what I used to do is I used to quickly do it handwritten. And then when I would go back to review my notes, I would just rework them into text. And that was my personal workaround. So I'm going to see how this one does, whether I can export them or not. And what you can do is, if I said, you know, I really like this part, you could just write. And then when you're done and you click the X, there's a little, see that little icon right there? It's a little like icon that shows that you have a note there. And so that is what we had before. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this. Now, the new addition for this one was the notes in the margin. Okay, let's see. Tap or drag on the book text to insert the canvas. So I'm going to say again like that, I want to put a note right here. And then what it'll do is bring this up. And what it does is keep the note there. See? Now, I think this is interesting. And I'm going to tell you why. And actually, I'm going to do you one better. I'm going to show you why. So let me pull something from my shelf. I'm going to get one of my books. So like this book, all tabbed up. And what I do is I have all types of notes and highlights and underlines. Oh, you can do underlines in there too. And if I am away from my office or I don't have this book with me, I do not have access to those notes. And for example, this is a note that I'm studying with this is a book I'm studying with a client, and having those notes are important because it's a part of the assistance that I give them when we're working together. And so this is one of the reasons why I wanted this. It really wasn't for the ability to export them, because if the notes are really good, I will get a physical copy and put it inside of my physical copy. But if it's a book, especially if it's a book that I know is going to be brought up again and again and again and again and again, like some of the ones that I have behind me, then me having it in a digital version in my handwritten notes, it helps me to remember better. It helps me to be more effective, and it helps me to be more helpful to my clients. And y'all, that's just how I love to read. So And so, yeah, I just, you can't. Now, all of the notes that I do like this with my annotations that I put like in the front and all of that, those things can go either inside of here or it can go in a notebook, and I will have it everywhere I go. And that's the part that I love about having a Kindle. So yeah, so then instead of having these everywhere, I would have it all here. Now, one of the downsides of having this Kindle and not having, like, for example, when I read on my iPad or when I read on my phone, is that it is black, like this grayscale. You don't have color like you have when you use a smartphone or a tablet or an iPad. But I've already been using the Scribe for years, and that's nothing new. Now, the trick for that, and I think this will be my final thing, the trick for that is that you can always go back. Well, what I do is, I'm going to delete this one. Here we go. I'm going to delete that. It's so crazy how that canvas just like pushes everything out of the way. But the trick for it not having color is whenever I highlight a passage, I'm going to make sure we don't time out. Let's say that I highlight this passage and I decide I want to highlight it. Okay, so there, you highlight it. It's in grayscale. What I do is I tap it and it asks you if you want to add a note. And you can click note. Then what I do is I go to the text note, and then you can use some sort of coding or key. So for me, they're colored highlights have blue, orange, pink, yellow. And I feel like there's one more color, but I know for sure it's those. You can always just put a little initial. So, and I know what each of those are. So let's say if it was a quote, I would put it in blue. So what I would do is I would just put a capital B, and then I would put ... And then I would write whatever else I want. And then I'd be able to move on to the next thing. Then when I either get to my computer or my iPad or my phone, I can go back to that book and go back to all of my notes that had any sort of annotation of a B or a Y or a P or an O, and I can just change the color then. Now, the reason why you would want to do that, I'm going to delete this because these notes will go over to my, they'll go into my Notion. The reason why I would want to do that is because a couple of reasons. One, whenever you transfer your notes into another device or you download them, you can get those notes separated or earmarked by the color that you highlighted. And also that means that if you use those particular colors for a particular thing, you can know right off the bat. So for me, pink is always important. Blue is always for quotes, or sometimes I may, normally I just almost always use it for quotes or passages that I really like. Orange is usually for terms. Sometimes it's passages that I think would be really great to use as examples, things like that. And yellow is just general. And so having those colors designated can keep all of the notes that are like notes and comments and highlights together. And that's one of the reasons why you might do that. And so that's how I know this tip. Okay. If it's a book that I use a lot, I will go back and make those adjustments, and it'll take a little while, but it's still worth it in the end. Especially if it's a book that I use a lot, like over and over again, because it's a really great example. And so, yeah. So with that said, I believe that is all that I have for this. I'm excited about spending some time actually reading on it. I have, I'm trying to see what this is. I have two books that I need, or no, four books that I need to finish by the end of the month. So I'm going to bring those on here. And yeah, y'all, I'm just telling y'all right now, I'm about to have me a good old time. A good old time. Let me know in the comment section if you have any comments, questions, or anything else that you would like for me to show. I will play with this, and I honestly can tell you, I doubt that there's going to be any big issues as long as it works and it does what I need it to do. Honestly, I'm not really, I don't see the book I'm looking for. I'm really not that picky when it comes to this, mainly because I use it already. I missed it because I gave the other one to my husband because I knew this one was coming in. So I use it a lot, and it's almost always with me. My Kindle and my Bible. And so I keep them in my bag at all times. And so, yeah. So I'm going to get it the rest of the way set up. I'm going to play around with it. I doubt I'm going to do I don't normally do any big, like I don't put the password and all that stuff. Normally it's just it's just books. I don't put a whole lot of important details in my notes or anything like that. And so, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So with that said, let me know in the comments if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, or anything that you'd like to share, or anything that you would like to see concerning this. I doubt that I would do anything else about it. I will be coming back and talking about some of the books I'm reading, but not specifically about the device. But I did want to do this as someone who is an avid reader and who is an avid reader on Kindle. I am a Kindle Unlimited member, and I buy a lot of books. I buy a lot of books, and I buy a lot of audiobooks. So that's just the nature of my life. And so I found the book I was looking for. Now, one of the things that I absolutely love about the Kindle is, especially the newer ones, like once you have your screen saver, that it'll show the cover. Oh, I gotta reset it up. Oh, see, it has this. I need to set it up. I love when it has the book cover of the book that you're reading. So I need to set that up. So little stuff like that. Fix the font size, my margins, and my clock, because I have got to have the clock on while I'm reading, or I will not get off, and then I'll miss all kind of stuff. And then also having my book cover show on the screen. I'm coming on real quick because I'm looking at the Kindle Scribe, and I wasn't going to do an overhead because I didn't have my stand, but I want to show this because it is shown in a lot of reviews. So this is a book that I'm reading right now, and here are some of the notes that I have in here. Now what you see is highlights, and then you have, I can't remember what this feature is called, but it's this little doohickey right here where you can insert like a note, like a break, and write on the page. And let me tell you, I love it. I'm going to sit down, and you guys are going to be super close because I'm holding and writing. But you can come here, tap this, click anywhere, and it will open, and you can write. And it's sort of tethered to the section. I love it. Love, love, love. Now, you can still do what you used to do and click the note. and it'll tell you to tap anywhere where you want to do the note. And you can do the version that they had in the previous scribe, which is you can handwrite a note, or you can basically write a text note, and you can write your note in here, or you can type out a note, which is great. You can write, you can erase. Now, the feature that I have not used, I don't think at all, is when you can just write anywhere. And it sort of just, once you hit yes, it sort of inserts that note wherever you did it. I prefer this version. And I may give it a try, because I love like when something is funny or whatever. But the pencil, the other one wrote fine to me. The writing experience is good. This is perfect in my opinion for readers. I mean, it really is for readers. Now, I write and take notes in books because we study them. We have book clubs, and I need to point out things to my students, but I read on this in anyway. So see here, I'm adding notes, and the fact that it stays right where it needs to. So today during our book club meeting, I could just go and come in. Another feature that they added that I love is underlining. Love the underlining. I'm going to just see if I can show you here. You can just draw the line and it'll snap into place. Now, one of the things that I will say is like it does this little pop-up almost like to confirm that's what you want. So you sort of have to tap again. So it makes it feel as if the responsiveness is a little slow. But I mean, you know, it is what it is. I just wanted to show this real quick, and I'll add it to my original review. I have read, I think, about 4 or 5 books on here, and I love it. I love it. I'm so glad I got it. These editions are great. Now, I have not used the AI. I have used the notebooks. I do love that they now have where you can have multiple size of highlighters and some of that stuff. But once I do my settings, I'm pretty much set. I don't change a lot of that stuff. Oh, the other feature that I love that they've done is this. Being able to change your font size is so, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Now, it took me a minute to get used to it, and I kept kind of tapping because I was like how you may scroll and it kept flickering because I was flickering. But once I got used to it, it was on point. And so with that said, I love it. It's such, like, I'm so glad that I did it. And I do feel the difference between this and the previous Kindle Scribe. I gave my old Kindle Scribe to my husband, and then for me to use this, and I love the color. Now, the only thing that I do not care for, it's not bad, I just don't care for it, is this case. I don't like the texture. I know it's leather, but supposedly it's leather. But it's neither here nor there. So I don't really care for the case, but everything else, love it. So, yeah, I'll get back to the review. Have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for joining me for this unboxing, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care and goodbye. I've been down so